Welcome, it's Lindsay, and I'm here to talk about how to smile more, stress less. Yep, we're going to talk about face masks. We're going to talk about a survival kit and how to reduce our stress in there. And then we're going to talk about sleeping. It's so important that we're able to sleep. So I'm very excited that we're starting today. And it's 11 o'clock, and I'm excited. And this is a Facebook Live, but feel free to share it out there. Hey, Wendell, good to have you here. So let's get right going. What about our survival kit? Okay, when we feel anxious, when we feel worried, when we feel stressed, what happens? Our adrenaline starts to race, right? And when our adrenaline starts to race, what do we feel? We start feeling hot, clammy, sweaty. And so then people are like, oh my God, I'm getting the virus. I'm starting to have a low-grade fever. Let me tell you, when you're stressed out, you feel like you have a low-grade fever. Yesterday, when I was sitting on the couch and we watched the news, we watched minimal news, but we did watch the news, and my husband turned and looked at me and he said, Lindsay, every time I look at the news, I start feeling all the symptoms. I start feeling hot. My chest is getting tight. I feel my lungs getting tight, you know? I'm feeling like I'm about to cough. Does anyone else feel that way sometimes when they hear the news? You're sure that all those, you start looking inside. And we need to realize that what that is a stress reaction. I'm not saying that we don't have the coronavirus, or you do or you don't, it doesn't matter. But when you get stressed out, you start tightening up like that. Your neck gets tight, you can get a headache, and you start feeling hot. So we need to learn how to calm ourselves down. Now, the other thing that's really going on right now, at least in Southern California, but most of the United States, and I think a lot of part of the world, it's spring. We have so many flowers. So many, it's so gorgeous. We look outside, it's just beautiful. So beautiful. I am so thankful and grateful it's spring. But you know what that means? Allergy season. Allergy season. So when you have allergies, what do you feel? You can get a headache. You get sinus congestion. You can feel tight, kind of thing. You can have that drip that causes a cough. So we need to register what is the normal feeling we have during this season, being allergies. Because if we start thinking that our allergies are actually part of the coronavirus, then we get our fight, flight, freeze response going. Then our adrenaline kicks in. Then you start getting hot and you start feeling clammy, and then you're just doomed. You're like, that's it. I'm quarantined in my room, you know, and no one is going to test you. So we got to relax ourselves, and we got to make sure that we're actually taking care of what we can take care of. So let me tell you what I do, and it's very important. Allergy medicine. If you have allergies, everyone needs to be responsible to be taking their allergy medicine. Now, allergy medicine can make you tired, correct? One of the signs of the virus is fatigue. So take your allergy medicine before you go to bed. Because I was taking it when I woke up, and then I felt tired, and I thought, oh my God, it's fatigue. It's the first sign. And then I was like, wait a second. It's my Benadryl is kicking in. So we got to remember and stay clear and focused. So allergy medicine, nasal spray. Now we get that going. What else do we need to know how to do? I have gotten everyone in our house our own thermometer. Yep, this is mommy's thermometer. I'm mommy's. No one else uses it, me. And so if forever I feel like, wow, I'm not feeling well, or I start getting stressed, I'm like, is this it? I take my temperature. You know what? I'm not trying to be paranoid, but it just is a quick check, and it's normal. And then I take that breath, and you know what? That symptom goes away, just like that. So it'd be great if everyone had their own thermometer, if you can have that in the household. And if someone starts feeling a little clammy or upset or something like that, I say, well, go take your temperature. It'll be normal, most likely. Now, I have my mamacita. My mother-in-law is actually having an operation today, and she does not have coronavirus, but it has to happen, and they're going to release her today, and I'm going to meet her right away. And so I'm a little like concerned that I want to make sure I'm not a carrier in any way. So I've been really cautious not to go out at all this week and wash my hands and stay clean because I do not want to give it to anybody else. I also woke up first thing in the morning and took my temperature. Normal. Last night took it normal. So I feel very confident that I can go and take care of her. Now we're going to get to face masks in one more second, but before we go there, I want you to know that another thing that my doctor recommended for me, actually when I went into just a regular checkup, was she said, Lindsay, you need to be taking vitamins. So here's my vitamin. And I need to make sure that I'm especially getting vitamin D. Vitamin D, this is an important one. And once we're inside a lot and some of us can't get out walking outside for the sun, make sure that your vitamins have vitamin D. And then to fight fatigue and stuff, make sure you're getting your vitamin B. Now, if you have a regular vitamin like this, it should have all of it in it. But these are the things we can do. You do not change your oil because your car is broken. You change your oil so your car doesn't break. This is us. We do what we need to do, like take our vitamins, right? So it's like changing oil. So we stay healthy and that we can be part of the solution instead of the problem. And if for some reason we do get the virus, we want to make sure we have the best immune system we possibly can have. The other thing that my doctor told me about was turmeric. Turmeric. Let's see if I can get it in there. There we go. This is the one I like. Turmeric is actually a wonderful, herb that comes, it's yellow and it comes out of a lot of Indian food, has turmeric in it, a lot of curries and stuff. It's very healthy. And my doctor, who is just a normal doctor in Blue Cross, wonderful doctor, but she told me that all her friends that do, I wrote it down, rheumatology, tell all their people that are having swelling in the hands and inflammation problems to take turmeric. And she said, I take it. She goes, it really helps the body bring down inflammation. Inflammation is the cause. It really is the root cause to so many of illnesses. And it ends up like arthritis, and they're finding it in dementia, in neck problems. But you know what? Let's be healthy. So I can't say that these things are going to stop the virus or from us getting it, but I can say that these activities, by staying healthy, by taking your allergy medicine, by taking a vitamin, and maybe trying turmeric, it's not going to hurt you. And anything, it can really help you. So let's be proactive instead of reactive. And this is what I'm talking about. Now, I just had my face mask. Now I have this one little flimsy face mask. This is not something that's going to keep the virus out. Let me just tell you, this is not high quality. This is more like for cleaning, but I have it. So let's just talk about this real quick. I have it. You would put it on and then you realize you can open your face mask and so then they go under. Now the big problem is you see there's spaces all around it. But if someone in your house is sick, they should wear a face mask so they're not projecting all the things going into the air for you to breathe. And if you know someone else is sick in your house, then they're recommending that you wear a face mask so you're not breathing it in and they wearing it. This is probably the best you can do. The other stuff needs to go to the hospitals and the first responders. I got it. It's not for us to be hoarding in our house, but we can do other things. So I put my head together on that. Now, one thing we can do is we have these magnificent scarves. Look at this. Don't I look hip? Now, this isn't going to stop much, but what it can do is give you the security that if you sneeze or cough, you're not projecting it out when you're out going grocery shopping. Make sure you're not touching your face. And also, what is really nice about it is that it tells you not to touch your face. Now you think, well, still that's not working too well, Lindsay. What can I do? Now look what I have here. Get this. See how tight this is? Tight under the chin. This can This can work really well. And if you had a face mask on and then you put this on, now let's talk about this besides it being a headband. What is this? Where did I get this? Guys, let me show you where I got this. It's stretch pants. Look at that. I cut off a leg of stretch pants. That's what it is. Here we go. Here's the top of the stretch pants. So this is bigger up here, and this is smaller. You can make 2 of these with 1 leg. Do you see what I did? I cut off the top, I cut off the bottom. Then the top is for bigger heads, and the bottom, where the ankle is for your smaller heads. Then all I did was put it over my head and bend it over. You see? This could really work if you feel like you don't have a face mask and you have someone in your house that has a cold or has the virus, or you want to go out into public and you're really feeling like wish you had a mask and you didn't have one, or you have this flimsy kind of mask like I do. And so you put this on, and then you can put this on top. Do you see? Now, do you see there's no spaces anymore? And it makes it double thick. We can do this. Remember what I said? We're going to be cutting up all our old clothes, but let's do it. Let's do it. Let's help. You know, people are sewing good face masks for the first responders right now. God bless them all. God bless us all. Remember our sock from last time on our Wednesday live? We take our sock and then we can cut. Then this is so we can touch the touchpad. So here we got our socks on our hands and our pants on our face, and we feel a little more secure. And we're taking our vitamins, right? We're taking our allergy medicine. And of course, we all know we need to be washing our hands and so forth. So these are all very important things. Now, when we were talking about we want to reduce our stress, worry, and anxiety, our number one thing we have, and we all have this, is our breath. Remember taking that deep breath in, pausing, and then releasing longer is always the mindful anchor to reduce your stress in the moment. We talked about A, B, C of stress shifting. A, be aware that you're getting anxious. Be aware of what's going on, right? If you're sneezing, coughing, whatever it is, be aware that you're going on. Then take that breath in. B, relax. And then C, make a choice. Make a skillful choice. Is this the coronavirus, or is this my allergies that I get every March and April anyway? Is this my normal baseline? Allergies make me tired. Am I tired from that? Know yourself. Make a choice. Oh, I didn't take my allergy medicine. I need to go ahead and do that. Or maybe I need to take my nose spray medicine, right? When I have a lot of congestion, it causes headaches. Sign of the virus, sign of allergies. So let's make sure we have control of what we do have control. We have control of putting things over our face. We have control of managing our allergies. So now let's talk about sleep. Yep. Anyone out there? Let's see. Barb, I see you. Hey. Hey, Nancy. Is anyone out there having some difficulties in sleeping? This is my book for today. This is a great book. It's called Dreamlands, Adventures in the Strange Science of Sleep by David Randall. David Randall writes wonderful stuff. It's really quite entertaining. It is not a boring book in the slightest, and it's all about the science studies of sleep. He writes for the New York Times, for Forbes magazine, and the New Yorker. And I really like the New Yorker. If you like how the writing is, that's what he does. He talks about tons of different things about sleep in here. And if we don't have enough time, I'm going to talk more about sleep next Tuesday when I come back on, because it's such a big deal. One thing he did is he looked into all the studies on why in the Korea War and Vietnam, why there was friendly fire, when people by accident killed their own side. And he realized, he talks about this in this book, he realizes it's not because they weren't trained or didn't have the equipment. It was because they were exhausted, tired. You get agitated, right? When you're tired, you get kind of like trigger happy, like, oh no. The reason why is because it's really hard to go to that balanced place. You really get sent into that fight, flight, freeze place extremely fast. So if you're tired and agitated, you know what? Your stress will rise up. When your stress rises up, then what happens is your adrenaline goes on. When your adrenaline goes on, you feel hot, you get tense, you can cause headaches, then you think that you have the virus, and then your stress goes up, then you can't sleep. You can see this cycle. So what can we do? We have to take responsibility for our sleep. Let me say this real quick here. This is what I like this part of it. It's on page 229. The reminder that insomnia isn't fatal. Hold on, let me read one more time. I'm having a dyslexic moment. The reminder that insomnia isn't fatal is a small comfort to someone experiencing it. You're not going to die because you didn't sleep. Every night, about 2 of every 5 adults in the United States have problems falling asleep and staying asleep that aren't related to persistent sleep disorders. So lots of people have this problem, and it's not a sleep disorder. And right now, with our anxiety so high about what's going on, I think it's affecting a lot of people. As they lay in bed, many are caught in the classic paradox of insomnia, wanting sleep so badly that they can't get it. The condition of sleep is profoundly contradictory, says Emily Martin, a professor at New York University who has studied insomnia. It is a precious good, but it is a good like no other, because to obtain it, one must seemingly give up the imperative to have it. Isn't that true? We want sleep. The more we want sleep, the more we can't have sleep. The psychologist Viktor Frankl noted in 1965 that sleep is like a dove which has landed near one's hand and stays there as long as one does not pay attention to it. If one attempts to grab it, it quickly flies away. That's me. Wow, that's me. They did a Harvard study, and I'm going to tell you this Harvard study really quick. What they did is they did 2 categories. One category, they told the people that they had to listen to a marching band on their headset, and then they had to listen to another group, listen to running water. Then they did another group, marching band, running water. The first group, they said, go to sleep as fast as you can and really quick. The second group, they said, take your time, go to sleep whenever you want, but you got to listen to either the marching band or the running water. Who slept the best? Of course, the people with the running water that were told not that they could take their time slept the best. The second best was the ones who said take their time and the marching band. The ones that were told to go to sleep right away, even the ones listening to nice little, calm running water, they couldn't go to sleep. Why? Because they're activated this drama and this adrenaline. And adrenaline is the curse to going to sleep. It is the curse. You might as well just drink a cup of coffee. The more you get attached and wanting something and you go into that fight, flight, freeze response, the more adrenaline your body is releasing because it's thinking there's an emergency going on. The emergency is to run away from a tiger, not to fall asleep, and then you can't go to sleep. So I have a lot more to say about sleep, but the most important thing for you to know is that you can't get yourself upset before you go to sleep. And now you can't tell yourself, if I don't sleep, that I'm going to have a problem tomorrow, because that's going to make having adrenaline run. You actually got to do something that is boring. Boring. So the easiest way to train your mind, and you can do it so easily, is to do a body scan. It's called a body scan. And if you go to if you go to centeredmoment.com, I have meditations, and I have a 5-minute body scan and a 10-minute body scan. And then what that means is that you breathe in, and then you release, calm yourself down, and then you breathe into your feet, and you think about your feet. You don't tell a story or judge it, and then you release. Then you breathe into your legs and release, and then breathe into your hips, and you do it all the way up to the top of your body. And if you're not asleep, you give yourself permission to fall asleep at any time, but it relaxes your whole body. It keeps you onto a task that's extremely boring. You're not deciding you're not solving the world problems or anything like that, and you stay focused. Now, other things you can do is rituals that really help. I love this tea. It's called Sleepy Time Tea. It's very yummy. And I like to have a cup of tea. It's telling my body to calm down. I also have this wonderful candle here, and it has a certain smell, and I have it next to my bed. So when my body smells this, it relaxes me and tells me it's bedtime. Other things you want to do is read something that's very boring or is not talking about the virus and all the things in the world. I like to sometimes go back to my Calvin and Hobbes, just read a couple pages of that, and just something simple, something simple. When I get really stuck, something I do, this might not work for you, but it works for me. I count by threes, not twos, not ones, but threes. So I'm doing a little bit of math, and I go on up and past 100, and then I count backwards by 3. Now I get my brain working, but if I count by twos, or if I count sheep, I can count sheep and actually think about other things at the exact same time. So I had to get a little bit of math in there so I couldn't think about other things, and you stay on it. Now, if that becomes very easy for you, you count by threes, but starting at 1 instead of 0. So you go 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, and go up, and just breathe nice, and then do it backwards. What you're doing is you're trying to grab your mind to stay focused on something that does not release adrenaline right inside you. You don't want to have adrenaline and cortisol running through your body when you're trying to go to sleep. We're going to take up sleep again after next week. I want you to know, because I have more I want to tell you about. I want you guys to know, over the weekend, there's a couple things you guys can do. You can go to the stressshifter.com. We have a free profile quiz, completely free. Try it out. And we have a free app there, stressshifter.com. Really good tools and tips on how to reduce stress. And also, all that's free. If anyone would like to have free 20-minute coaching with me, because I really would like to help reduce stress and help people smile and get through this together. I want to be part of the solution. So just email me at centeredmoment@gmail.com for more smiles and less stress, and I'll give you a 20-minute. We'll either do it through Zoom or on the phone. And next week, here we go. Next week, I'm actually going Facebook Live on Tuesday. And the reason why on Tuesday is because I'm going to take care of my mother-in-law, and I want to make sure I have all weekend, and if need be, Monday with her. All my love to everyone. Everyone, I want you to breathe in health, and then breathe out healing to all the people in the world who need it. Breathe in health. Breathe out healing to all the people in the world that need it. Breathe in health. Breathe out healing to all the people in the world that need it. Love to you all. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday. Please like this video, write comments. It really gives me encouragement that people enjoy it, and share it with people. Remember that you all can make your face masks with your stretch pants or any of that. It's for men, long underwear, that can work the same. You cut off the leg, that can work as well. Even old pajama pants. Remember to share your kindness and your smiles. That's what we have to give. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.